Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. I am Brian Keith, and this is Listening Faithfully. Today, I want to talk about joy. I want to talk a little bit about the joy that comes from God, that fills your heart. And I think there's this emptiness inside that I think that everyone shares. And this emptiness is the place in our soul where joy and love resides. I think all too often, we go through our lives in a humdrum way, and we begin to hunger for the things that God so readily gives and makes available to us on a daily basis. And I think a lot of times we forget how to access those things, like joy and like love. But our God of joy intended so much for us. And he intended from the very beginning for us to live in a paradise. It started out in a paradise with Adam and Eve in the Bible. So I want you for a second to close your eyes. And I want you to imagine a world where the love of God rains down upon you 24/7, 7 days a week. I want you to imagine a world that is a paradise, that is absent of disease, that is absent of hunger, that is absent of war. I want you to imagine a world that doesn't evolve around economics. There's no money. There's no governments. There's no police. There's nobody. There's no entity that's more powerful than that of God. I want you to imagine a place that men and women fall in love and get married and have children and never forget that love that brought them together. I want you to imagine a place where children are raised with two parents and a village filled with joy. I want you to imagine a place where people do things for one another because it's the right thing to do. Because it's the right thing to do. Not because they're going to become rich or famous, not because of some selfish motivation, but because it's the right thing to do. Because it's what God commanded us to do. That is what God intended. And that is what we have been robbed. That is what Satan has taken away with his deception. And I want you to sit down, and I really want you to focus on that, because it's not too far away from what we can have. We can have this place. We can have that paradise. We can have every single one of those things that God intended us to have, if only we allow God's love to rain down upon us every day with every breath we breathe, to allow God's joy to fill our hearts. This message on joy is really the promise of God. It's the bounty of God. We are filled with joy because we believe. We're believers. Now, I'm going to make this challenge to you, and I want you to really concentrate on this challenge. I also want you to read the rest of this post, but I want you to really, really concentrate on this challenge that I'm going to give you. What I would like, and what I challenge you to do, is I want you to do random acts of kindness on a daily basis for complete strangers. These random acts of kindness do not have to cost money. In fact, if you do spend a little bit, great. If you don't, great. It doesn't require you to. What it requires is this: that the person that you're doing this for is a complete stranger. The person that you're doing this for, it brings joy to their heart. That's the requirement. The requirement is that you do it on a daily basis. You don't do it for people that you know already, that are people that are in your family, though you're supposed to do nice things for them too. But what joy, what good is there in doing things for people that you're supposed to be doing it for anyway, like your family? Do these random acts of kindness for complete strangers. What will happen? What will happen? I get that a lot. I get that question a lot. Well, what will happen if I do that? Well, this is what will happen. What will happen is basically this. Your heart will be filled with absolute joy. There will be moments in time where you will actually be doing this out of reaction. It won't be something that you have to concentrate on anymore. And that will allow your heart to be softened up enough to let God in and to let His joy and His love to rain down upon your heart. That's what will happen. Okay? So don't be afraid of it. Fill your heart with God. That is the challenge. That is how you do it. It's like going to the gas station and filling your car, your tank full of gas. We need this. Your heart needs this. Your soul needs this. The other requirement that I'm going to put on you is this. I don't want you running home and saying, honey, or look at your children and say, hey guys, look at this. This is what I did today. I did this for somebody else, blah, 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 blah. I want you to keep it to yourself. And that's the hardest part of this whole entire thing, is keeping it to yourself. Why? Because it's between you and God, period. God knows because God sees it. God saw you do it. You don't have to be going around and boasting about it. I don't want you boasting. It's too easy to boast. It's better to just to be happy with it and to let God be happy with it. Pray before you go to bed and pray when you get up and thank God for everything you have in your life. Do good things. Be kind and generous and gracious and merciful. And the love and joy and all the bounty of God will be filled in your heart forever and ever and ever. That I promise. I hope you enjoyed today's message. If you did, at the very bottom of this blog, you can vote and give me as many stars as you want. You can like and share this post. Also, I do request you to go up at the very top of our blog and click the Facebook button and to follow us on Facebook, to become followers and to become listeners, and to listen faithfully, to like and share. I'll be posting a lot of things on our Facebook page in the months ahead in this year of 2013. And so far it's already a blessed year. So far we've gotten more visitors than ever in the history of this blog. And I am so very grateful to God for that. And I thank every one of you who come back weekly, daily in some instances, and read and do proper research, because everything that I posted here, I myself have done proper research. Sometimes it takes me a while to post, but that's because I'm doing the research behind it. I want to give you accurate information. I want to give you the best information possible, because I want you to have the best walk with God in this life and beyond. God bless, and I will see you here again next week. Have a wonderful Sunday.